I wanted to do just a little review of these shoes that I had picked up. I just got them on a whim. Somebody was getting rid of them. They'd put about 7 miles on them and decided they didn't like them. And I got them on the cheap, so I thought I'll throw the dice and try them. These are the Columbia Montrail Trans Alps right here. And the person that I bought them from said that they were rubbing the top of the toes. I did not have that problem. In fact, when I first put these shoes on, they felt really good for me. I am transitioning to these shoes. The last pair that I was wearing primarily were Saucony Peregrine 8s, which I really loved. These ones are pretty good as well. But anyway, just rolled over 100 miles on these shoes and wanted to give just a quick review on how they've been holding up over the first 100 miles of some trail running and hiking. First thing, I always like to look at the tread to see how that's holding up. I've used Ultras before in the past. Their tread seems to wear pretty quickly. After the first 100 miles, I'll start to see the lugs start to round. As you can see here, the lugs, I mean, they're rounding a little bit, but they are fairly crisp still on here. So I've really enjoyed the tread on these. I will say, as you get closer to the toe, the tread seems to get closer together. Not that big of a deal. Just when I'm running uphill, sometimes I can feel things slip a little bit. The back, the lugs are a little bit farther apart, more solid. So coming downhill, I feel really good, actually. The other thing that I've liked about these shoes are the foam, which is still holding up. I mean, it's compacting maybe a little bit, or maybe I'm just getting used to them, but I still feel that pretty good squish. I don't think they've got much more of a stack height than the Peregrines did, but you feel a huge difference in this foam. Your heel squishes in it a lot more. And I kind of was a little concerned because sometimes with that squishy stuff, it's like running in the sand. But these don't absorb all the energy. I mean, they absorb the bumps and things like that, but they seem to do fine. You know, keeping your energy up and having a nice solid footstep as you go. The uppers, the one thing I don't like about the Peregrines is that the uppers, after the first maybe 150, 200 miles or so, they'll start to fray and rip. These are still looking really good. The glue is holding tight. There's no ripping here. These are still good. I mean, everything is still pretty tight and nice. I will say that I have enjoyed the toe guard. It's a little bit stiffer than the Ultras and the Sauconys that I've worn. It's saved my toes a few times kicking some rocks. I feel a pretty big difference there. Am getting some wear in the back. Sometimes it does feel like it's rubbing my ankle a little bit. And these shoelaces are kind of a weird material too. They're holding up fine, just that they, I don't know, kind of more like ribbon than a shoelace, feels like. But so far so good. I mean, you can see a little bit of wear happening on here, but for the first 100 miles, not bad at all. And still a very, very comfortable shoe. Here's a little bit more wear around there, but it's really not bad. I mean, these things are going fine. Anyway, I've really enjoyed this shoe. I would get this in the future as well. So anyway, I thought I'd just do a quick review of the Columbia Montrail. Never heard of them before, but they have been doing good. My feet like them. Thanks.